Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, Govind English Teacher. Today, a great person from Ludhiana, he is a lecturer in engineering college, and his name is Gurdas Singh. And welcome to my live session, sir, Gurdas Singh.
Yeah,
Please
thank you.
introduce yourself, sir. Please introduce yourself.
As you introduced myself, as you told me about each and everything about my profession, my name, and my place. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, sir, how long have you been teaching there?
Yeah, I have been teaching for last 7 years.
Okay, okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, I think we have been talking on online platform for the last 1 year. Yeah, I think because since
Yeah,
since
that,
pandemic we have been talking online platform. Okay, nice, sir. And please introduce yourself, your English journey and your teaching experience, and also tell about the importance of English language and how you learn English language. Okay, please, sir.
yeah. See, you're right, sir. Like everyone know the importance of English because everywhere, if you want to grow in your life, then it's a first step to start your journey. It's a English. If you know about English, if you have a command over it, you can easily step by step you can get a success. Otherwise, it's a big obstacle in your life. Okay, and we must to remove it from our life or from our path of success. Yeah. And my journey, if I talk about my journey, I started in during lockdown. When first lockdown was imposed, on that time I started and I came across I searched on YouTube or Google and where I came across lots of platforms or some another methods and I was started following that and gradually I started learning and now you can see a difference. Yeah. And one more thing, I talk to like so many person and they have main problem. They say like we feel bored and then I suggest them only one thing. It's a journey, not a destination. Just try to enjoyable your journey. How much you can make it enjoyable, you can go along with as long as you can. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
I have given. Yeah, tell.
yeah, I get lots of inspirations from others as like you and so many
Thank
other
you.
teachers I met on a WhatsApp platform. Yeah.
Should never stop learning because life always teaches a new lessons. And if we stop learning, what will happen? We will become old age. Nobody become old, because we want to be active and energetic. So that's the reason we have to update because English communication is very essential. English language is very in need. Okay, and we can't progress and prosperous in our future without English language. Okay, many people they are focusing on English language. They are trying to learn English language. English language is a gateway or a great way of opportunities. Okay, and we can move wherever in the world. That's reason English is essential. And as you told that English learning is not a destination; it is a journey. Oh, good sir, actually, and we have to keep on learning until our last breath. We should never stop learning. Okay, and even though you are a lecturer, I have been teaching in engineering college for the last 9 years or 7 years, but and you have been giving a lot of focus on English language. That is good, sir, good, sir. And in which media you are teaching your students, or Hindi or English?
Yeah, mostly we have to speak our native language with our students. But we try to speak like mix up little bit English. Yeah, our student they are brilliant at English. They can speak, they can read, they can write. But I don't know why. Why they love to listen our native language. That's why. Because in engineering, when we just start a new concept in our class, okay, then we need to or we have to give an example so that to make our students understand.
Yes,
So
sir.
give an example, real example. It's better in your own language.
Yes,
So
yes, yes, sir.
easy for us and to understand easy for our students as well.
Yes, sir. Because
That's
even
why
though you are, tell me.
yeah, that's why we just try to speak our native language in our class, and that's why our students always demand yes sir speak our native language.
Yes, sir. Because, sir, let me say, to teach in mother tongue is very effective, because They will listen with the heart and soul and mind if you speak in mother tongue. So English is essential, but mother tongue is I, other tongue is spectacles. So if the I is not good, so what is the use of that spectacle? So if I is working, functioning good, then we can use the spectacle. So that means other tongue is spectacles and the mother tongue is I. So I is important. Okay, we can use other this one nicer, and because even though we are teaching in college advanced level, and then and there whenever the situation demands we have to teach in our mother tongue. That's good. After that we can use other tongue, that is English language. Okay. And so do you feel any difficulty when you are teaching in English language with your students, and do your students feel any difficulty when you are talking and when you are teaching in English language?
No, sir. I never face any problem while speaking English with my students. No. Even my students can't complain about that.
Okay, there. Okay, because you are trying to mixing of code mixing and code switching. That means
Yeah,
using your mother tongue, some words of then and there in a sentence,
yeah,
and
of course, sir.
code mixing. Code switching means and using some time some sentence in the mother tongue, some sentence in English language. So by
Yeah,
yes, mixing these two languages, you can manage. Okay, that so most probably many states and whose mother tongue is not English language, and they are using mother tongue and English language. They are trying to mix and they are making to. What are the suggestions that you are going to give the new learners or beginners? So please.
see, yeah, my observation from my experience, I strongly believe, see, mostly I met or I talked to so many learners, they just focus at the initial stage, they focus more on accent. They worried about accent. Then I just want to say that don't worry about your accent. Just first focus on to get a command. Once you get a command, after that you can change a taste. Okay, you can do whatever you want with this language. But at the initial stage, if you worried about your accent, then you can't get your command as well as your accent. So, and try to do mostly, and other learners, they just focus on a grammar. Don't worry about grammar. Two things, accent or grammar, don't worry about that. Just get a basic knowledge about that and just jump into a field and try to speak more and more and try to use real things. Mostly,
Yes.
some students, they joined some coaching center or they just on online platforms and they just learn like translations from your native language to English. So don't do that because in this way or in this activity our mind it has uh, to do a double work. First get a sentence in our native language, then it translate into English. It's a time consuming activity, so you have to effort or you have to waste your energy.
Yes, yes, yes. Because we should not focus on grammar and accent. Because and if you want to be speak like native speakers, then where you need what we call accent. So grammar, little bit grammar is the fundamental grammar, basic grammar is
Yeah,
important. But
yeah, basically
and
it's
if you focus more on grammar, what will happen? That grammar, what we call it breaks our fluency. It cracks
yeah.
our fluency and it suppresses our ideas. And we should not focus on more grammar and we should not focus on accent. Accent it comes because we are not the native speakers and English is not our native language. So we should have to the main aim of our languages have to convey our ideas, our opinion, our feeling with others. What more things you would like to say something regarding English language?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a good language, and we must to know about that and keep in touch. But I'm worried about one thing. Still, I'm facing one problem. Like to make a level remain constant. Like I have been practicing for 2.5 years over here in on WhatsApp platform, and but when I just like due to busy schedule or something, when I don't get a time for 1 week or 10 days, sometime 1 month or after that when I again restart my journey, then I feel like I start fumbling or I feel like yeah I'm losing something, taking pause. So I'm just looking for this how I can solve it. So and I just find out few points. If I start getting real conversation, then I can remove it. But as you know, like to get a real conversation, it's very difficult for us in our
Yes,
state. So this is the only one solution I have, but it's a virtual solution I have.
yes,
Okay, I
yes.
don't have any real person with whom I can talk to every day. And so, what you suggest me?
Yes, sir. I strongly believe that. I strongly recommended all the viewers, and real conversation is very essential to be a perfect speaker, to be a confident speaker, to be a effective speaker. Because without real conversation, we can't learn anything. But just if you listen, the more you listen, the more you learn how to listen. But the more you write, only by participating on real life situations and real conversation, that only the solution, and one can be a fluent or a great speaker. So I too strongly believe that. And if anybody wants to develop language fluency, if anybody wants to be a good speaker, a good communicator, and one has to practice real life situations and real what we call real life situation. Have to think the situations, have to think the situation, then automatically one can achieve the fluency. I too believe like you, sir. Okay. And tell me, sir, anything and you want to add?
Yeah, of course. Here I would like to add something. Like mostly learners, they have a complaint like they don't have any someone else with whom they can talk. But
Yes.
I think I figure out one thing. If we start speaking with our parents or in front of our parents, then we can remove this kind of problem. We can get a solution. But
But one thing,
mostly we
yeah.
feel shy. We feel shy to talk to our parents or to speak in front of our parents.
Yes, yes, yes.
But if we feel shyness in front of our parents, then how we can speak in front of other people?
Yes. But
So
sometimes,
I think
sir, some in rural areas, the parents are not educated. They can't speak English
it
language.
doesn't
Okay.
matter. It doesn't matter. We're not expecting like our parents talk to us in our same language, but it's
Yes.
okay. But we consider our parents in front of us and we are talking with them. It's okay because our parents they can understand what we want to say from our face expression.
Yes. 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 So we can make an English atmosphere.
Yeah,
Interact with the near and dear, with friends, with colleagues, with
yeah, but
relatives, and we
yeah,
can. Yeah.
yeah, but friends and relatives, it's very difficult for in our community or in our state or in our country.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
person like I don't want to say like no one know about English. Yeah, there's lots of people they are like fluent speaker. But see, once if anyone can get a command or they can get a knowledge about it and they can speak easily, and if any learner speak in front of them, nobody interested to make him understand or make him like to correct them. Okay, everyone just try to make a fun of them.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So
Yes,
that's the
sir. Yes.
main problem.
So, have to try to speak with the like-minded people, those who wanted to learn English language. We can make some friendship with them online by using this online platform like WhatsApp groups are there, no? So that what we have been doing, we have been talking for the last 1 year, then and there,
Yeah.
whenever we have time. So like that, we can make many friends online on WhatsApp groups.
Yesterday,
Okay. Yeah,
yesterday what happened? Yesterday what happened in the evening? I'm just talking to one another guy.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
and suddenly my colleague just came into my room,
yeah, yeah.
and then he asked me like, "Let's go outside. I have some work." Then I said, "Okay, just give me a minute." And I just told to that guy, "I have to go now. I'll see you later." And
Yes,
my
yes.
colleague, he's standing at my door, and he said like, "Oh my God, English man." Even he is a good speaker. After that, he just passed that command. So
So
this is
when
our
we want
problem.
to, yeah, when we
Yeah.
want to learn a language, we shouldn't mind what other people are thinking about our language. We have to
Yeah.
keep on practicing whatever other thing.
So,
Don't
so
never mind it. Okay.
I don't feel any shyness or I don't hesitate to speak in front of others because I know
Yeah.
I can speak very well or I can manage. Yeah, here and there is a minor mistakes. It's okay. When you speak
Yeah.
in fluency, it's very difficult to judge your minor mistakes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So here the fluency is but not accuracy. But one thing, any language essentially can be acquired by habit forming process and imitation repetition rather than understanding application. So by imitating with the native speakers, by repeating the native speaker speeches, by just following the great speeches, no, and we can learn any language because if you want to speak like a native speaker, you have to try to speak with a native speaker. That is the only solution. And if you really wanted to be in like speak like a native speaker, and if you want to speak like Indian, we can talk like this. We can make it, everything. Okay, we can convey our feelings. Okay, easily. Okay, sir. Thank you, and you have been just talking for the long time. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for your good advices, and thank you for your sparing your time, and thank you for attending in my
Same here,
channel.
sir. Here. I'm so pleased to meet you and thanks for having me today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good luck, sir. Great.